The camels, the faraway exotic locations, it was quite an adventure, not to mention the New York part, which was a whole other type of filmmaking. I feel like the movie has a bit of a nod to the 30s in terms of its theme, which is economic times are low, where do you go, a great faraway adventure, a romp like they did in the 30s, the road to Morocco, you know. I don't know whether this is the road to Manolo or something, but it's another great adventure. The whole beginning of the movie, the big wedding at the top, the gay wedding, feels to me like a black and white movie. It feels like a Top Hat, you know, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. I think the sets are like sets you don't see anymore. I mean, we built that entire Connecticut exterior inside like a movie studio. And Liza Minnelli came on the set and she actually said to me, "Oh, I haven't seen a set like this since Papa." You know, it just had that old 30s making a movie, you know, with production numbers and lots of extras and just a lot of detail on the beauty of the set, the movie making. We had a great time making a movie. It felt like, oh, now we're doing that type of movie. And then when we went to the Middle East, it was like we were doing a David Lean epic. You know, it was a fun, big experience. And that's really what I wanted the audience to have, a big, giant, fun vacation. There are Charlottes out there that pay particular attention to Charlotte's choices, and Charlotte's choices are left her job to become a stay-at-home mom and married. And she married a man that was not her original idea of a man, and that can be very, her Prince Charming, but wound up to be the love of her life. So that's a very, I'm sure a lot of women out there respond to the idea of being a mother and marrying somebody that you're surprised you fell in love with. Then Miranda, of course, is the working, power-driven lawyer, tough, with the sort of alpha woman in the relationship. And there are women out there to watch her choices. And then Samantha, of course, is everybody's idea of liberation. She is, I don't want to do anything your way. I'll do it exactly my way. I am a smart hedonist. I'm outrageous. So everybody wants to see what she's going to do. And then Carrie, of course, is sort of the heart and soul of it all. And when you ask people which character they are, they pretty much will always say Carrie first. And then they slide, and I'm also Samantha, and I'm a little bit Charlotte, but they always say Carrie because she is the heart and the home of it all. The exciting thing for me when I was writing this was to try to figure out happily ever after and what that means. Because the end of the first movie was so romantic. And in that movie, he chose her, and she forgave him. And it's a long journey of not being chosen by him, so now he's chosen her. And the struggle in the first movie was there because I really wanted people to believe that he knew the jewel that he had, that he almost lost. So now here they are, 2 years later, and they're about the business and the comfort and the home sweet home of it all. Carrie Bradshaw is now Carrie Bradshaw Preston. She's having a little difficulty being Carrie Preston. She's struggling a little bit with the idea of being a traditional wife. She's wondering what that means to her and her work. It's a new frontier she's trying to figure out how to be a Mrs. when she spent her entire life and her career being a Miss. The first big skill of any producer to me is that they're able to sense a good story and be an audience. And Sarah Jessica really is my best audience. When I tell her the story and she reads the script, she's able to, just for a second, take the producer hat off and be an audience. And she is my first audience. And then the hat comes on and we figure out how we're going to do it. And she's very hands-on.